first match, so not going to be easy for him to just handle Luis Cha here in this set. Now, I saw something interesting on Luis Cha's character side, but they're both starting with Shunei, but I see my character who's definitely seen a bit of a drop in usage as we've gone further and further from 1.0, and Alice in the back. A very unorthodox, very rarely seen character. So let's see what happens should Luis Cha have to bring her in. All right, max mode cancel just to establish some pressure here by Luis Cha in the corner. Doesn't quite get his knuckle spacing proper. XIAOHAI. The EXDP not quite at the right height for the juggle. The second hit whiffing. Safe jump. Again, XIAOHAI just keeping up relentless pressure, taking out Luis Cha's Shunei. After a fairly even start, XIAOHAI definitely showing his own dominant side there. Mai, a character that definitely prides herself on strong space control. Her stand and jump CD, absolutely massive normals. Her A fan, a very slow and very potent projectile for zoning purposes. Great defensive throw for Luis Cha to regain advantage there. Guard cancel roll, he lost none of this Shunei pressure right now. No counter hit, couldn't confirm into anything. A bit of pressure here. All right, decent here by Luis Cha. He's getting a decent amount of damage. Didn't quite convert anything off that stand CD wall bounce. Wall splat, rather. Uses moving the screen to get the projectile back on there as Shunei's air dash lands on it. Yeah, you see Mai's stand CD. It used to have better anti-low properties, but that is something that's been nerfed about it. Jump A still absolutely fantastic. Jump CD still very strong. He wanted that kill off of that, and with that getting blocked, the situation completely turning around in XIAOHAI's favor, and Mai is down. And you can see a little bit on Luis Cha's face cam there. Definitely a bit of a shock the way that round transpired. It's Alice coming in. She's not a character known for particularly fantastic normals. She has a Rekka going on that she can do hard knockdowns from in order to establish pressure. Nice anti-air there. Great air-to-air. Very well done, Luis Cha. At least managing to trade with Shunei, taking him out. Here comes XIAOHAI's nudged. More standing C anti-air. Intriguing. It does have a well-placed hitbox for that, but you gotta wonder why it would do Rekka instead. Opportunity for him. First super cancel. He's got 2 meters on deck for whatever next hit he lands. Which is, right now, he just goes straight for the super cancel. Intriguing that he wouldn't go for the drop kick there. Yeah, that's Alice's version of a DP. Guys in the corner. Very solid damage there. Overhead. That was a decent attempt at a mix-up by Luis Cha, but it doesn't quite pan out for him. And now he's got this max mode running out. Runs right into the drop kick as he tries to approach. The danger of playing against a nudge that has that charge. How dangerous it is in neutral. XIAOHAI takes the first game fairly convincingly. XIAOHAI opening up with the pressure. He's been more solid in the Shunei mirror so far, picking his positions to approach. All right, great DP. And again by Luis Cha, showing a bit of bravery there. He does have to sort of read with that since it's a little bit on the slow side. He will try to go for a cross-up, maybe anticipating that XIAOHAI would get hit back a little bit farther by that. Luis Cha in the corner. Guard cancel rolls out immediately. Great whip punish there. Opportunity now. Built some meter at the tail end of that. Big trade for him. He needed that. Oh, XIAOHAI. If he super cancels, that should be it. Indeed. Luis Cha's Shunei goes down, and XIAOHAI built a little bit of extra meter before going for that super cancel, realizing he didn't need to go for the EX super to finish that. Mai coming in now, and he'll hope that he doesn't run into a similar situation as he did last time after exerting so much good space control. Ah, there it is. Gets caught in the corner, and Mai only 900 points of health. Try to go for some pressure there. Mai would have had to super to get out of that situation. Luis Cha dropping another opportunity. Close C takes it. At least he's facing slightly better odds than he did last game. Right, jump CD, pushes Nudge backwards. Fantastic conversion at maximum range by Luis Cha. Gonna push him back into the fan. Ah, big catch here by XIAOHAI. Oh, completely drops his Rekka there. Going to super, is that going to be enough? Indeed it is. Luis Cha gains the advantage for the first time in this set. XIAOHAI with the character that has more or less defined his career in KOF. Iori, he was always known as the best 98 Iori, so let's see what he's got going on here. Already gets the maximum conversion. Not quite enough to kill, but he didn't want to spend another meter. Wanted to keep 4 for when Alice comes in. Let's see if he lives to regret that decision. Hasn't been hit yet. At least not a significant hit. Coming under a bit of pressure. Guard meter going down really low. Neutral jump B. Neutral hop B rather, taking Mai out. And now XIAOHAI's going to be pretty close, if not at full health, with 5 meters stocked against Luis Cha's Alice. It was pretty well stocked on meter herself. Dark cancel to get out of the corner. Yeah, that is something she gained with more recent buffs. Not in 3.0, but she can combo into her forward B from crouching series. Her jump CD, that very strangely angled jump CD. It's an all DP trade. Big for XIAOHAI because he gets to keep up momentum. Dark cancel CD. Oh, that was big, but he didn't believe in it. He didn't believe in it to get the max cancel. And there's overhead. It is super cancelable regardless. So he gets some pretty fantastic damage here for just an overhead. Ah, the overhead too quick there. And he just goes right into the super there. But still, that's not going to be nearly enough. He might have thought he had extra meter for the climax. Luis Cha completely out of meter now. Is it going to be enough? Never mind, he didn't have enough meter to max cancel or super cancel. Ooh, he tried to bait with her dive kick. Raw max mode activation here. What's Luis Cha got? Oh, just jumps in with a throw. The last thing you would have expected. Luis Cha just empty jumps all the way in, taking an advantage of the lull in the positioning play. What I like to call the false sense of security, one of the strongest footsie moves there is, when there's a lull in the spacing and all of a sudden you just rush in and do something completely unexpected. Luis Cha, very, very smart choice there, and he takes that second game. We're at 1-1, final game of the set again. That has been a bit of a theme throughout this tournament so far. All right, Luis Cha with the early knockdown. And XIAOHAI, he's had the better of the spacing in this Shunei mirror for sure. But here's an opportunity for Luis Cha. Got in a good bit of guard damage there, and it's still working. And guard crush is going to get some decent damage here. and a hard knockdown. The big thing is the opportunity he gets now. Immediate guard cancel roll, XIAOHAI just gets out of there. He didn't spend the meter prior, didn't think the previous knockdown was something to worry about. Big opportunity for Luis Cha to kill Shune. And there it is. Luis Cha gains the advantage. Wins this mirror for the first time in the set, something he hasn't managed to do yet. Now Nesh comes in. First drop kick. Pushes all the way to the corner with that super cancel. Wants to mix up here and got him with the jump A. And the super cancel should do it for sure. XIAOHAI maybe not fully sure on his drop kick levels. Didn't want to risk it. All right, Kachosen pressure here by Luis Cha. Has XIAOHAI is nudged in the corner. That was a big opportunity. Didn't quite get there in time. He'll take that trade. Favorable damage for sure for Luis Cha. Oh, that back roll. If there was the right drop kick charge. Oh, big cross up. He'll definitely want to spend the meter. Oh, he spends it all right. He spends it to be absolutely sure that Nudge is no longer a threat. He's going to have a full health Mai going in against Iori, and that is a matchup Iori does not like in the neutral game whatsoever. All right, here we go. Can XIAOHAI bring this back? You know he can, but will he? Fantastic DP there, running forward, seeing the hop and DPing. Oh, that was very high on Iori's block. Big opportunity, optimal damage on Mai's very, very small health bar. As you can see, goes for the max cancel. Meterless combo would not have been enough. XIAOHAI still has 2 meters on deck and is still with a very, very healthy Iori here. Alice just barely clutched it out last time. Can she do it again? Meter advantage on Luis Cha's side as they each start trying to find advantageous positions. DP, very well done. That was a nice meaty setup too by Luis Cha. Oh, but he's cornered now. This is where things get dangerous. Oh, the crouch C completely whiffs. Opportunity for XIAOHAI. He'll only spend 1 meter. Yeah, he tried to keep up the pressure. Rolling backwards. Now, if Luis Cha gets a hit, you better believe he's spending all this meter. Oh, but he doesn't have enough to get a climax combo here. Went for a throw, maybe get a little bit more damage and set up for his next max mode. Really, really tense positioning here. Guard cancel CD, immediately pushes back. Gotta be careful there, good block. Oh, the DP, and that is the opportunity that XIAOHAI was waiting for. Showing the mettle of a champion. XIAOHAI very, very clutch. Face Luis Cha's DP. And XIAOHAI both times facing a trip to the loser's bracket. Just barely manages to get the win against both VIOLENTKAIN and Luis Cha so far in his run. And the next opponent he gets in what has been a, I mean, you don't get any easy matches in here, but the next opponent for him is Lau, who has arguably been the most impressive Nudged we have seen so far. And that says something for all the Nudged we've seen in this tournament so far. So it looks like we are going to potentially head down into the loser's side, if I'm understanding this correctly. Either way, to run down the matches we have there, WHITEASHX versus Song, ZJZ versus Oswald Ace, WHITEASHX versus ET. Oh my, that hurts me to read. That hurts me to read, and that's the match we're gonna have now. One of WHITEASHX or ET is about to go 0-2 in this tournament. I'm trying to suppress a lot of emotion here, guys. Seeing one of these guys get sent home now is just gonna be a huge heartbreak for either one. Both of them came in here as potential hopes for winning this tournament. Of course, WHITEASHX representing Team VSLASH Esports of the UAE, ET representing Blackwell Global. Looks like we're gonna go right in there. Shune, Hyder, Leona for ET, Mian Nakaruru for WHITEASHX. All right, here we go. Mian versus Hyder. Now, okay, ET's calling button checks because I think, knowing that Mian would go first, that he would have preferred to pick Shune rather than Hyder. Not that Hyder is the worst pick there, but I do believe Shune is one of the most optimal choices for the Mian matchup. And I find it kind of surprising WHITEASHX has not gone to Athena once in this tournament yet. I guess he's having some belief issues with that character at the moment, or finding, I mean, of course, Najd, nobody's going to say that picking Najd is a wrong choice. Maybe instead of Mian, I don't know. Maybe he also wants the unorthodox factor of Mian, the surprise factor of selecting her. So ET is going with Hyder up front. Hyder and Shune Leona, Mian Najd Nakaruru, these are the orders. Yeah, see, there are a lot of whip frames on Hyder and that I think Mian can really utilize. All right, sweeps landing. WHITEASHX got himself into a little bit of trouble there, autopiloting a little bit. Fairly even start, but with Hyder's higher health, his hits are counting for more. Gets punished by landing. All right, I see ET's idea here. Yeah, ET has not let a single landing get by him from WHITEASHX, not once. Absolutely incredible counter Mian play. And really, if you guys have been trying to learn the matchup, you need to watch how it's been played by Freezer and ET today. Right, Rekaz gets DP'd. ET has been throwing those DPs very recklessly almost, but he's sensing a bit of rushdown recklessness on WHITEASH's end, and that might be what's causing him to feel brave with them. Almost got in there for the punish on the fireball. Oh, he just max cancels, and he's gonna go for a drop kick. You know it. And he's gonna be able to use just 1 meter for a 2 meter super cancel here. And look at all that damage, and this is on Hyder, guys. Oh, he got the jab. Didn't confirm into the Rekka. And you notice him sometimes not doing a quick wake up. Oh, okay. Anti-Hyder tech right there. If you see a Hyder who is using his running cross-up slash that much, you need to know that the back roll is an absolute punish setup against that, as WHITEASHX just exhibited. All right, jump CD. Trouble spot here for WHITEASHX. Has to try getting out. Yeah, exactly. ET. He knew that he can't risk Nudge being alive any longer. Nakaruru coming in now, and suffice it to say, WHITEASH has left a lot of his work out to Nakaruru in the sets he's played thus far. Edges are trying to escape. All right, conversion there by WHITEASH. All right, fantastic. Oh, completely drops WHITEASH, having some combo consistency issues here. ET not quite able to confirm on that one. Tried to use a stand B for an easier confirm. What a catch with the X knuckle. Great air spacing there by WHITEASH. The unique air movements of these two characters interacting in all sorts of weird ways that aren't very common to other matchups. Wow. All right. ET had something ready for the first thing he expected after that block situation, not the second. WHITEASH completely prepared to punish the roll that came after. Leone gets caught there, but that almost could have been punished on hit, I want to say. Pushing towards the corner. And that's a neat little thing with the way Nakaruru combos as an anchor, is that she can get that for plus frames and a little bit of extra chip damage in the end. Gets in with a throw. It's just one hit away now. Nail-biting first snatch here. Oh, there it comes. ET has full meters stocked. Really tough position for WHITEASH right now, despite the life lead. Gets caught out with the V-Slasher, and the climax cancel. That's gonna do it! You want to talk about smart decisions in the clutch. It does not get any more clutch than that. ET, absolutely incredible play there. Reminds me of when these two met in the Omni Universal Gaming Tournament in Dubai last year, where as a counter read to Nakaru's slide, ET did Benimaru's forward B, his little hop kick normal that lets him hop over lows from mid-screen. As WHITEASH came in, he got slid over, took Benimaru's boot to the face into a full max mode combo, or I believe it was a Thor climax. Either way, you can just see the kind of counterplay that ET is famous for. So there's Athena. I mentioned WHITEASH not bringing her into the fold. He's dropped Mien. That's the character I would expect him to drop out of his formation there. Here we go. Knights versus Hydern. So it's going to be a much more orthodox matchup insofar as 3.0 orthodox is concerned. Yeah, there you go. You see, that's the anti-Hydern tech right there. You don't let that slash just rock. It can be punished on block as is, but a back roll is even better because it puts you in an optimal, close, normal position. Another opportunity for WHITEASH. He delayed those reckons as much as he can to try to build a second meter, to try to get the full hits on the last one. Didn't quite pan out for him, but still a strong start. Anti-air counter, very well done. Ooh, that's a punish. Oh, ET completely dropping his combo there. And a defensive crouching jab by WHITEASH takes this first round. And you can see on ET, he always looks so worried, always looks so flustered. Just about the exact opposite of his gameplay. Jump B. ET escaping the potential cross-up attempt that could have happened there. Combo there, and yeah, you know it. Get nudged out of there. That's been everybody's top priority. Fighting this character, spend everything, kill her, do not let her get a dropkick on you. Crouching C, round opener. Shades of 1.0 here. Excellent play by WHITEASH. Oh, the DP completely whiffs, but ET with no punish. Is he going to try to reverse corner positioning? No, goes for a mid-screen reset. Ah, there it is. The WHITEASH mid-screen mix-ups. We haven't seen these in a while. But still not as much damage as they would have liked in those situations. Forces the knuckle to whip. Athena with an incredibly fast and long backdash. Goes into a very risky Phoenix Arrow just out of nowhere. What a DP timing there by AT, getting through the Psycho Ball. Spends a meter. Is that enough to kill Athena? Not quite. Is WHITEASH going to go for something? Ah. There was something coming out there. I'm not sure if... I don't think it was DP or command grab because I think either of those would have won in that situation. But either way, again, WHITEASH is facing elimination now with only Nakaruru. Try to go for a cross-up. Massive plus frames. ET trying to escape. Gets caught low. Huge meter advantage in WHITEASH's favor right now. Right. Throw mix up there by WHITEASH. Nakaruru, again, not the most damaging character, but she can get around you for days. Oh, wow. He gets frame trapped there. Drives onto Mamaha. He tried to go for a jump B cross-up. Didn't quite pan out for him. Oh, he's going to go right into that. Climax cancel. Is that going to do it? It was just enough. WHITEASH takes game 2. We're going to game 3 of this set. And remember, guys, this is only in the first round of losers. And one of these guys is going home after this set. Between the EVO champion and an EVO 2017 top 8 placer. Has ET switched his order? That's the mind game now. Will WHITEASH go to Athena up front, but he typically doesn't like to play Athena without meter. He's stuck by his order. All right, so ET has dropped high turn to anchor. Wants maybe that defensive solidity against Nakaruru. Oh, that was a big catch, and WHITEASH, after a mistake, manages to pick up with a defensive combo opener there. Chance here for ET to set up a reset. Tried to use the air dash to set up a double mix-up. Oh, nothing after the forward B. Big chance for WHITEASH to set up a mix-up here in the mid-screen. Oh. Tamed up his pressure a little bit, adding a forward A. ET again getting a little bit impatient, trying to escape. And the concern on his face is slowly becoming real. Try to go for a cross-up, but ET immediately backdashing out of there. Got him with the Rekka. He definitely got him with the Rekka, and that could have been a massive opportunity. Oh, ET really showing a lot of nerves here. A lot of uncharacteristic errors. WHITEASH dropping his combo, and max mode activation. He tried to use it to reset his pressure. ET with a raw activation on his end. It's getting very nervy up in here. Anticipating a DP, anticipating forward movement into that dropkick. WHITEASH loses his nudge, but he won't be too fussed about that. He made a couple of big hard reads, neither of them panning out. Immediate Phoenix Arrow opener, try to establish pressure by WHITEASH. Gets hit on the cross-up, not deep enough for a combo. Oh man, WHITEASH's DP accuracy with Athena has not been good. What a standing CD placed right there to catch a roll. Great usage of altering his air hitbox there. Oh, gets caught out of there, and he's gonna spend that super, you know it, and Leona is out of there. Hyder is gonna come in with a couple of meters, but he's still got WHITEASH's very feisty Athena to deal with. Very tense set coming down to the wire. And the reflector. Must have been part of the idea of picking Athena here. All right, well placed that time. And ET would have had to spend meter to get through that cycle ball after crouch C, and that is a decision WHITEASH is placing in his hands. Oh, there it is! EX cycle ball. There's the cross-up, and he would have been forced to spend meter, but he chose not to. Psychic Sword. And another one. WHITEASH, rock solid. He got a good amount of damage in there. 37 seconds on the clock. ET will recover a good amount of health, but not as much as he would have liked trying to finish that earlier. Nakaruru versus Hyder to decide who advances and who is eliminated. Excellent reaction by WHITEASH. That's something he hadn't used against Freezer. Yeah, she's safe there. What great placement. Another super there. WHITEASH taking all the damage he can. ET, he isn't using the jump CD to catch Nakaruru. He could have done so much more there. Oh, opportunity! But ET didn't believe in a bigger punish than that. Tense moments, and ET has the meter advantage by far. WHITEASH potentially. Oh, he gets caught by the fireball, but not enough of a conversion by ET. Oh, he gets caught out of the air. WHITEASH, he went for the chip damage, and he gets caught trying to get away from the fireball. That was definitely a roll attempt or some sort. And you can see the disappointment, the heartbreak on WHITEASH in the circumstances in which he made it here. The emotion that has to be running through him right now. He knows he lost to a worthy opponent, but that will not console him much. I can tell you that. Not with a mistake like that, the way he got hit with that fireball after playing so solidly around them throughout the round. And it was WHITEASH or ET. We almost lost we almost lost ET instead of WHITEASH, and really either one of them going out at this stage of the tournament. It feels so strange, but at the same time, that's just the level of tournament that you're going to have to call this a global finals, to call this the culmination of the NEOGEO World Tour. Those are the kinds of matches you have to expect. Off stream, ZJZ eliminated Singaporean representative Oswald Ace. So the match we have coming up next, from what I can gather, what'll make sense right now, is Luis Cha going up against Song. Luis Cha, who came from the Los Angeles qualifier, and Song representing Korea. Of course, the winner of the Korean tournament was actually Dream, who was not able to make it to the tournament. So with that, we've ended up having Song come in, who was the runner-up. Gotta give, even I gotta sort of take a little bit of mental break, maybe for about just a few seconds after how absolutely intense that was. And at this rate, for VSLASH, both of the UAE representatives are out. It's their Moroccan representative Freezer still left in the tournament, taking on M-Dash. And actually, that is a set we have going on right now. Winner of this is going to make it into top 4, which means they get to play on the grand stage tomorrow. So whoever wins this earns himself a break until tomorrow. So, okay, yeah, we're button checking. I didn't think M- played Team China. As cool as it would have been to see Meitenkun and Tung. So Shunei Hyder locked in already for Freezer. Leona has been his typical third, but let's see what he does here. M- hovering over Vice. Oh, all right. We're gonna see Vice in here, and you want to talk about a character that is underplayed right now who shouldn't be. I want to say Vice, absolutely. Vice is a very, very scary character. Great mix-up potential, great ability to convert from a lot of different situations, with her sleeve having a better hitbox than a lot of other iterations that it's ever had. And an overhead mix-up as well when she's up close. So very, very scary and threatening character. Shunei Mirror to start us out. Sanwa M- versus VSLASH Freezer. A little bit of the cautious spacing game. Both these players of the more cautious type. M- already in there with the pressure. Got caught on the tail end of that roll, but nothing doing there for M-. Still, massive advantage in life for him so far. Freezer struggling to get out. M- reading the attempt to escape the guard crush pressure and immediately punishing the roll. Very well done. Jumps in with that hop D, takes him out. Is that a perfect? We started out with a perfect. You want a good statement, you want a way to calm your nerves in the beginning of a set, that's a great way to do it. Now Freezer has brought in Mai, who had been a staple character of his for so long, and still a character he brings out when he feels that the matchup's warranted. But she's gonna take so much damage here and get knocked back to the corner. Great defensive throw. Use the standing B to trap underneath the EX fan, and he regains the corner for himself. Close the anti-air. Freezer still not quite establishing enough momentum. He's taking too many hits to try to make this comeback. And this should do it. And M- not even needing to spend any extra meter, I should say. It's all down to Hyder now for Freezer after definitely not the kind of start he would have liked here. Catches him with a sweep. That was an opportunity for something much, much bigger. That was the crouching B landing, but Freezer still not converting off of it. Goes for the reset. Stormbringer to recover a bit of health. Tried to maybe bait the DP with that jump. Big opportunity for M- here to put a ton of damage on Hyder. Exactly, very, very well done. Safe jump setup. Rolls out of there. Very tough situation for Freezer, potentially facing an OCB. He tried to go over there with a cross-up slash, but messed up his setup. Gets hit with a wake-up close D instead, and Freezer is prone to games where his momentum just never gets started. So he's gonna have to recover that pretty quickly right now. Taking a second to think things over. He understands that, you know, when you get OCV'd, it's not really character choice that you can look at. But he's going back to Leona. Alright, here we go again. And again, first blood to M-Dash. Oh yeah, Freezer did not get a full punish there. He hit an auto combo on accident. Bit of jostling for position here with the air dashes. Freezer doing a little bit better this time, but still not taking advantage of when he had clear opportunities to get some damage on there. Standing D so good, his Shune at preventing people from moving in front of him. Super cancel for the kill, indeed. M-Dash not giving Freezer second opportunities to play. Very well done. That really should be everybody's MO in this game. You should not give your opponent second chances as much as you can. Let's see how the Leona pick fares here for Freezer. DP on wake up. Neutral jump D is something M-Dash has been using with great success. Not quite managing to air dash over, but the idea was there. Opportunity, 2-meter super cancel, or 1 meter rather. I expected him to go for the 2-meter. No conversion there. Got him with a cross up. And Freezer seems to be trying to save meter. The complete opposite of the way M-Dash is doing things right now. He spends meter as much as he can. Keeps running as M-Dash keeps trying to escape. Catches him with a couch B. Really important KO here for Freezer. The first he's had in the set. And here comes Vice. That sleeve very, very dangerous. It has a higher hitbox than you would think it does. Yeah, and this is another reason Vice is so dangerous. Her standing D into max cancel, one of the best things that anti-air in this game. She can immediately get a combo out of it into some very nice damage, as you saw right there. Command jump, and there's a setup for the safe jump. Oh, needy overhead setup. He's gonna get a command throw at the end of this for another setup. Again, goes into the empty hop low that time. Yeah, you see there, she's so good at just not letting people get out. And Freezer's life in the winner's bracket hanging on this hydrant right now. Raw max mode activation again. Oh, what was that? It was Freezer maybe potentially trying to catch a jump away with that standing D. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, it ended up being M-Dash's opportunity to take the set. And what Freezer will admit was a bit of an underwhelming performance on his end. SANWA M-Dash, with that win, has made it into the top 4 of the bracket. And with that, that will be the last we will see of him for today. Freezer drops into the loser's bracket where he'll face off against ZJZ. And it's still at the point in the tournament where the winner of that will make it to top 4. So Freezer hasn't lost his chance quite yet. Now, we'll see what the next match we get will be. Okay. So, XIAOHAI, KOF DOUYU XIAOHAI, going up against Lao. That I'm really intrigued by this set in a lot of ways. I want to see how XIAOHAI is going to deal with Najd facing up against Lao, specifically Lao. On the other side of the bracket, we still have two absolutely fantastic sets waiting. We mentioned Freezer ZJZ, and there's also going to be Blackwell ET versus VIOLENTKAIN. But for now, we're going to find out who our second qualifier into the top 4 is going to be when we're up on the grand stage here in the Hong Kong Esports Festival. Yeah, you see the focus on Lau here as the local favorite who qualified from his local event to this. So technically he hasn't needed to travel outside of Hong Kong at all in order to make it to this event. A bit fortunate for him, but it wasn't fortune that took him through the qualifying rounds, because he was absolutely incredible and defeated a lot of top contenders in order to get that spot. He's earned it, absolutely. So yeah, the first name on that team sheet every time, Lau, and nudged. He's got Billy Kane and is Mature his anchor for this match. Yes, it looks like it. Has he locked her in? All right. Oh, XIAOHAI going with a character I haven't seen him play in a little while. Kula. Shune, Kula, and Iori is the team XIAOHAI has gone with. Immediate opening with the Rekka there from Lau. It's definitely a match where one character completes the other to death very, very quickly. Nudge then Shune. Guard cancel roll, doesn't want to deal with any of that. Nudge in the corner, just very, very helpless character for the most part. Anti-air counter, but it's not an instant counter. It's not what you would call a catch grab counter the way Geese's is. It's an attack animation that has to start up after the counter is confirmed. Oh, the dropkick completely whiffs there for Lau. That was his opportunity to potentially end the round. Oh, but there's another chance for him. Gets the dropkick. Super cancel. Not enough. Magic Pixel. Yeah, he went for the Rekka. Tried to keep waiting for the guard cancel roll. Decided to commit after the close C. Potentially thinking that XIAOHAI will anticipate a forward A attempt first. All right, Kula coming in now. Managed to cross over to the other side. Catches, is gonna use the EX late spin and take to the corner. Sets up a fantastic cross up in the mid screen, but doesn't manage to really get anything off of it. And there's the opportunity for Lau. 2 meters, 70%. Fantastic, confirmed there by Lau. Such excellent nudge play, and I don't mean it lightly when I say he's probably the finest nudge we have seen in this tournament. Definitely in terms of success, he has been the best so far. Oh, there's the opportunity for XIAOHAI. Needs nudge dead now. Successful cross-up attempt into the kill. Now, if you want an anchor that has that comeback potential, Iori in XIAOHAI's hands is definitely very, very capable. But he's got to get through the wall of Lau's Billy. Forward A with punish. Not the best thing, but it keeps his corner positioning. And these trades really big for Lau right now. Opportunity, try to reset into a jump down B. And XIAOHAI, as Lau started losing his patience, trying to get a hit. Oh, command throw, and that should do it for Billy. Absolutely, XIAOHAI, and with a lot of health still to spare, with the character that has pretty much defined him in KOF for so long, still doing it after all these years. Lau with Mature in the back. Iori not a character that necessarily deals well with projectiles, especially ones as big as Mature is, but still, he's in there. Mature, with no max mode active, is not going to have her best defensive options available. There we go. Oh, that was a huge trade. The fireball just coming out for Lau, just in time. And XIAOHAI waiting for EXTP. It is punchable by throw, but you want to be really careful that it doesn't come out in the middle of her pressure. Standing D. Good anti-air. That was an opportunity on the sweep, but Lau was already confirming just going into max mode. All right, decent amount of damage here. He's gonna activate here. You know it. Oh, there it is. He saw the standing D coming out, immediately EX-DP'd it, and Lau takes game 1 over KANBA DOUYU XIAOHAI. Here we go into game 2. Lau just one win away from getting into top 4. There's the first drop kick already by Lau, already establishing a pretty good advantage. Corner throw as the drop kicks keep building. Man, just get over that wreck out of XIAOHAI. Big chance for him, but he doesn't build a meter for the super cancel. He might have needed for the kill. Oh, opportunity. And you know he's oh, never mind. I guess you don't know he's gonna spend that meter. Instant overhead jump D by Lau. Takes out XIAOHAI's Chernay. And again, because you expect her to be charging the heavy kick drop kick so much, that's not a button you expect her to use at all. As we're still trying to learn this matchup for this KOF newcomer. Opportunity, he got a forward A instead of a Rekka. Execution flub by Lau. Costs him his most important character in this tournament thus far, but you can't count him out yet, not when he still has Billy and Mature. Immediately opens up with a jump CD. And a bit of Kula's disadvantage when she's facing another space control character. Hits matter more for the opponent since she has a very low life bar. All right, decent combo. Oh, that was an opportunity. But Lau had already committed to the jump CD. He wasn't sure a jump down B would land. And another opening here for XIAOHAI. Billy not dead yet. No attempted chip damage. Standing B, keeping it nice and steady does XIAOHAI. Mature coming in now, and again, XIAOHAI has been jumping at so many key timings to be able to find the opportunities to land his combos. He wanted to try reflecting that and establishing some pressure of his own. Oh, drop max mode confirmation by XIAOHAI. Can he try to recover from this? He's still got a distinct life advantage and another character. Plus frames on there. Oh, big punish opportunity there. Optimal punish. Very, very well done by Lau. Any mix-up will kill. Oh, he just went for the double command jump. Excellent play by Lau's Mature so far. And he's still got Iori to contend with, but he's shown he can handle it. What a whiff punish by XIAOHAI. And he's going to take the damage here. Potential one-touch situation depending on the starter for XIAOHAI. All right, he's built 3 meters. He might go for some raw activations here. Oh, crucial conversion here for Lau. He's going to get the corner positioning, but Mature doesn't get the greatest frame advantage on this. Another standing D. XIAOHAI potentially getting a little bit nervous, throwing them out. Oh, never mind. Who's nervous? Not XIAOHAI. Gets a converger from the Crouch B, Stand B series. And that's going to do it for game 2. 1-1 is the score. And how many times today has XIAOHAI had to come back? He may not have necessarily had the absolute greatest tournament record this year, but I guess XIAOHAI wants to end it with a bang by taking this global finals. And if he keeps up this form of just not losing sets in the final games the way he has, being able to stay so strong in the clutch, you better believe he can do it. Oh, the Rekka's out of after the throw break situation. And again, Lau starting out very strongly. He thought he might have had another opportunity there with the dropkick. And then EX command throw. She can't juggle after that with the jump forward C. Nudge's whole juggle mechanics really, really different to pretty much every other character in the game. I mean, that's kind of Nudge in a nutshell. No super cancel. He wants to commit to hit killing, but oh, too far for the confirm. He took his time with the crouch Bs, and that might have been what pushed Lau out of the way. Oh, big opportunity. Big opportunity for XIAOHAI, and that's definitely going to be a kill on Nudge. Lau had the right read with the wrong timing. He might have been reading a backdash rather than a roll, come to think of it. And that is huge for XIAOHAI to be able to take out Nudge first. Immediate standing C to open up the round. Big opportunity for massive damage here in the corner. And he gets over that standing C. Really excellent play by XIAOHAI in the neutral right now. Neutral half C, really important by Lau. And he needed that. He needed that kill. He needed to regain that 40+ second health. Otherwise, it could have been much, much worse for him. Jump C. Oh, he tried to go for the cross up there. Wow, XIAOHAI anti-airing on a cross up with close B. Intriguing. XIAOHAI trying to keep that neutral positioning, using Kula's all-purpose jump D to try to keep his space. And to try not to lose patience, trying to get in on Billy, especially when he's got the health lead. Oh, there it is, opportunity! Lau, chance for some massive damage here on Kula. Is that a kill? Oh, never mind. Slight nerfs to Billy's damage, potentially making the difference there. And XIAOHAI, you know he's gonna super cancel that, and he didn't panic by spending more meter than he needed to. Gets the kill on Billy there. And Lau, he's going to be facing meter decisions all the time now just because he has one more character to worry about. Fantastic standing CD. One of Mature's better anti-air normals in terms of hitbox at least, not so much in speed. Oh, there it is. We mentioned Kula's far standing C. Pretty much the only normal of its kind in the game where she can use it as a far special cancelable heavy. Almost caught that roll. Big drop on the opportunity there by Lau. Crouch C, rather that was close C. Getting Lau out of trouble there. 30 seconds plus on the clock, so not as much health as he would have liked to get back. He's got a full stock of 5 meters, so he's got a lot to work with. Anticipating that XIAOHAI would come in, kept blocking. First meter used. Waited for the projectile to get blocked. Opportunity here for XIAOHAI to close the distance. Such strong defense by XIAOHAI right now. Oh, but never mind. Guard meter starting to whittle down. Guard cancel roll immediately gets out. The XDP. Lau rolls backwards. He's not going to be able to rely on that too much. Excellent throw there. That is a punish on Mature's XDP. And we're almost at parity with meter right now, with XIAOHAI still keeping a very healthy life lead. Oh, opportunity! He's gonna... Okay, he decides not to keep the meter, wants the corner knockdown. Massive chance here for Lau. Oh, he went for the tip. XIAOHAI completely messing up his approach there on the command jump. And a terrible mistake. You can see it on him. You can see it on his face. Just he knows how big of an error that was, and it's cost him his place for now in tomorrow's top 4. Lau, continuing to be the local favorite representative, has made it, and he will be facing SANWA M- in tomorrow's winners finals. In the meantime, we still have a few players to go to decide who else is going to be in that top 4. Oh my goodness, XIAOHAI looks so sad right now. Or no, he looks livid. Like, that is a top player's anger at himself for a mistake he feels was completely avoidable. He could have waited for the landing and there's a lot he could have done different there rather than try to get in once he realized that Lau was so hell-bent on chipping him out that way. And I mean, you can imagine how any of us would feel making that mistake in any tournament match, let alone a match of this magnitude in a tournament of this level. All right, well, we're heading back towards the earlier rounds of losers here. So Blackwell ET versus VIOLENTKAIN. TXC VIOLENTKAIN. VIOLENTKAIN got sent to losers in the first round by XIAOHAI, actually. So he could get a run back here if he manages to defeat ET. He defeated Zantetsu in the loser side of the bracket to make it to where he is right now. So ET has locked in Shunei Leona Hyder, the team he's been stuck with for the most part throughout this tournament. And VIOLENTKAIN going with Iori, Nudge, then Kyo. Playing Iori on point, Kyo on anchor, as he has been doing all day. From the accounts I got from Zantetsu, it was apparently a very close set between him and VIOLENTKAIN. Unfortunate that we didn't get to see that up here. But sometimes tournament running has to take precedence. All right, ET with a strong start here. Look at all this guard pressure. Guard gauge still really low for VIOLENTKAIN, but he still manages to get out, gets a command grab mix-up, and a full combo in the corner. Guard situation much, much better for him now. Oh, that far standing D, catching Shunei on the way down from his air dash. Frame trapping with the Rekkas. What a cross-up, and he managed to land on the other side. Or that looked like a fake cross-up that landed on the other side, which confused VIOLENTKAIN into not blocking in that direction. VIOLENTKAIN being very brave on Shunei, against Shunei on block here. A DP right there, speaking of bravery, and a mistake by ET. It's been some mistake-riddled play by ET in the last couple of sets he's played. Pressure here by ET's Leona has VIOLENTKAIN all the way in the corner. Instant overhead hop A takes out Iori. Very quick response by ET to VIOLENTKAIN. They're both now at character and meter parity. Immediately stops the Rekka with a crouch B. Is that going to hit? Yes, indeed it is. That is Nudge's most useful reversal by far. Very well used by VIOLENTKAIN. And already down to just 10% health is ET's Leona. Trying to go for a cross-up, but too far. He was trying to push into the corner with that style of post-max mode confirm, but didn't quite manage to do so. That was definitely a missed opportunity by ET. But he's not missing this one though. Third Rekka getting blocked, and a super cancel dropped. And drops the punish there again. ET displaying a lot of nerves here. Gets Rekka. Twice he could have finished this round. Twice he lost it. Overhead lands, but it caught VIOLENTKAIN out of the air, so it dropped him to the ground instead of giving ET the hit he was looking for. Oh, VIOLENTKAIN with the fancy corner combos. Close C anti-air by ET on VIOLENTKAIN. Cross-up attempt blocked. He thought he was going to get a hop. All right, still a strong performance by VIOLENTKAIN's Nudge. We saw there, VIOLENTKAIN using Nudge close C as part of his corner combos because it causes a juggle state so long as its last hit doesn't connect. The overhead, VIOLENTKAIN not blocking that one. And he's losing a lot of meter on this EX Stormbringer. Kyo has a lot of work to do to get in there. And keeps blocking. And since there's still the fireball to deal with, dealing with the EX cross-up slash is not so simple. VIOLENTKAIN was going to try to get some Rekka mix-ups going here, but doesn't quite manage to. And now he has another full volley of EX fireballs to deal with. There it is. He wasn't ready for it that time. And Blackwell's ET takes that first game. All right, early hard knockdown as a whip punish on that DP. VIOLENTKAIN showing a bit of a wild side as this second match gets started, potentially to try to scare ET as it goes on. My goodness, there's a gap in there between the forward B and the air slash by Shunei, but VIOLENTKAIN utilizing that to his advantage. And VIOLENTKAIN maybe a little bit too wild there. It's easy for Shunei to catch that kind of movement. Guard gauge broken. ET with a decent combo there in the corner. You see Shunei just does so much guard damage with his pressure. Oh wow, the DP by ET that time. For all the scare tactics employed by VIOLENTKAIN on DPs, he gets caught by one himself. And that's ET taking the first round. Tense moments here. He gets the cross up. The way Nudge twists her body for her jump C makes it really hard to see where that's going to land. Great super cancel, just maybe an instant overhead away, but never mind, he just goes for the chip damage with a drop kick to boot. VIOLENTKAIN is a guy who likes to make statements when he wins. It's just the guy's style for sure. Gets under a bit of pressure here from Leona in the corner. Oh, important trade. Could have been really bad for VIOLENTKAIN there. What situation here? There was no chance of a cross-up, so ET knew where to block at least. And that's going to be the super cancel for the kill on Leona. VIOLENTKAIN with a quick double salvo of Nudge domination takes ET down to Hydern. Yeah, to see how quick Hydern is running in there. There's the overhead. That's been a problem for VIOLENTKAIN. They didn't block one in the previous match either. All right, puts out the super there just in case VIOLENTKAIN was thinking of approaching. Oh, he gets hit by the cross-up to ZT. There was an opportunity maybe for some better juggles there, and VIOLENTKAIN, maybe as he took his time to make his decision, ends up dropping his combo. He gets caught, and he's down to Kyo. His tournament life is now down to Kyo. Great DP placement there. Saw that kill was a little too high to get safe jump-ish pressure. Oh, he gets over that close D with a ton of recovery on it. Stinger, Stinger. And he's gonna reset in the mid-screen. Oh, no max mode confirmed. Will ET live to regret that? Oh, that was a chance. That was a chance for VIOLENTKAIN. Raw max mode activation. You know what's coming. Ah, he was trying to hit Hydern out of that. So hard to do. What? He was waiting for an approach maybe. VIOLENTKAIN not sure what to do. Seems like he wasn't as prepared as he would have liked for the Hydern matchup. Blackwell's ET advances, eliminating VIOLENTKAIN, which sets up ET versus XIAOHAI. And on the other side is Freezer versus ZJZ. Now, of course, that does leave Freezer as the only non-Far East Asian representative left in this tournament out of all the players we have right here. M- for Japan, Lao for Hong Kong, ZJZ and ET for Taiwan, XIAOHAI for China. So you've got all these players showcasing the strength of the Far East Asian region in KOF 14 right now. So the match we're gonna have will be VSLASH Freezer up against ZJZ, who some of you may know by his former handle, GX Bridget.
Member select.
In terms of teams, fairly routine to expect from Freezer at this point that he'll go with Leona, Shune, and Hydern. Actually, that might be the team. Oh, never mind. ZJZ has locked in Nudge. Nudge, Leona, either Shune, Hydern. Yeah, Hydern. So Shune Nudge Hydern versus Leona Nudge Hydern. Freezer versus ZJZ here. Nudge mirror match to start us out. Well, we've had a good amount of that today. Freezer in the red scarf versus ZJZ in the blue one. Oh, went for his setup instead of trying to combo further. Command grab mixed up by Freezer. Command grab, not one frame, definitely not very fast. But either way, Freezer with an excellent offensive series to open up here against ZJZ. But as we've seen with ZJZ, he isn't necessarily the quickest starter. But once he gets started, he's one of the most terrifying players on the planet. Try to mix up into the overhead, but you see Nudge Rekka and how powerful it is at catching from just about any situation as long as you're within its hitbox. Another EX earring. Freezer being careful, he runs right up to the distance where blocking that won't give Leona too much of an advantage. Frame advantage for days. That was a huge trade in ZJZ's favor, and he managed to take out Freezer's Nudge. So now both Nudges are out of the picture. Shune coming in now. And Freezer has definitely put in some very strong performances with Shune today overall. Nice DP just to be sure that he got an anti-air proper, but he gets caught with a standing D trying to come in, and Leona's gonna eat a lot of damage for this. Almost 70%. Goodness. All right, opportunity for retaliation. Sets up an EX ring. Won't get much out of that. ZJZ manages to work his way out of the corner without having to do too much there. Oh, expecting the knuckle and preparing the projectile in place. Oh, very well done there. Very solid conversion with the follow-up to the heavy kick slash. Managed to trap into a combo there, and ZJZ winning that round, leaving Freezer at just Hydern. Yeah, he didn't have much of an escape there, ZJZ, after he'd already elected to jump. Decent conversion there with the meter situation that he had, Freezer. Freezer trying to be cautious, not to throw any stray projectiles here. Oh, that was excellent. He threw the projectile knowing that that's Leona's best answer for it, and it proceeds to sweep underneath it. Very smart play by Freezer. Showing some character knowledge of the character that he uses a lot as well. All right, the Hydern mirror here, we're even on meters, but Freezer already has a max mode active. There it is, chance for an EX projectile. Great back roll, oh my goodness. The double back roll, not working out so well for M-Dash, or ZJZ rather. Great cross up there to punish the sweep. Such an optimal punish there. Not only getting a full combo, but also getting the corner in his favor. And the overhead by ZJZ, and that's gonna take it. 1-0 ZJZ over Freezer. As we go into game two, it was pretty give or take there. Just came down to one really risky sweep from Freezer, making the difference in the end there. Far standing C, we've seen ZJZ and also XIAOHAI use that a little bit when he played Nut. The better start, the much better start for ZJZ right now. Really getting in there, and that's gonna do it. Gets the full optimal corner combo from that level of drop kick. Very well done. Freezer Shunei coming in, and he's got a lot more work to do this time. Pressure, yeah, he's slightly minus on that. Depending on the height he chooses, if he makes it as gapless as possible. Definitely not a good frame situation for Shunei there. Back rolls potentially baiting Freezer into doing something. Oh, there's, never mind. He tried to do a crouch C follow-up there, but he didn't get his screen positioning right. Did ZJZ. It was an opportunity to end the round for sure. Catches the back roll, does Freezer. Gonna push to the corner. Oh, drops it. Terrible mistake by Freezer, and that could be his tournament right there. And ZJZ still only on his first character here. Gets caught out of that backdash. Ah, he was trying to catch the landing, not quite accurate on his timing. Almost broke the guard meter. Oh, that was an opportunity. Third Rekka blocked and nothing from Freezer to retaliate with. And that's going to be some huge damage on Hydern. Really dire straits here for Freezer. And third Rekka, that's going to be it. ZJZ, oh, never mind. No super cancel. He thought the Rekka might be enough. And Freezer, he was so caught up in his max mode activation, and that ends up doing it. ZJZ eliminating VSLASH Freezer. And yeah, you can see the disappointment on Freezer's face. That was his chance to make it into top 4 tomorrow. Gone. He's eliminated, and now the other side of the losers match of top 4, and the last set of KOF 14 we have for today is going to be KANBA DOUYU XIAOHAI versus Blackwell's ET. And if you, man, I can't really call anything a marquee match in here. These guys, I mean, they have a good amount of history playing each other. XIAOHAI did have a bit of the Indian sign on ET for quite a while. And definitely ET wasn't able to beat XIAOHAI for a while in 14 in the beginning, but ET really started figuring things out. That was in the time when we still had ET playing Goro Daimon much more. Doesn't seem like that's really so much the case nowadays, but let's see what ends up happening here. So yeah, as I said, the last set of KOF 14, but when we finish, don't go anywhere, because at 3 p.m. Hong Kong time, which is about 25 minutes from now, we're going to start the King of Fighters 98 tournament here at the Global World Tour Finals for the NEOGEO World Tour. So don't go away once KOF 14 finishes. And I will be having the honor of escorting you through those matches as well. Yeah, I see XIAOHAI standing near the setup. I guess we're just doing some sound hookup work. Might be experiencing some difficulties over there. The tournament's so hard to run, man. You just get one little glitch somewhere in the system and can just mess up everything. And this is after copious amounts of testing, let me tell you, as somebody who's been through that a fair amount of time. XIAOHAI trying to maybe siphon out the negative energy from what he is going to deem as a bit of a bad loss for him that he had against Lau. It wasn't like XIAOHAI had any sort of, you know, preordained right to win the match, but it's just when you look at the fact that he had put himself in the situation to win and he just threw it away, that is what's going to eat away at him. That is something that, you know, as a top player, and he's used to that kind of situation where you got to have really short-term memory and just go into the next match. But so long as he's still thinking about the previous set, that is the thing that will stand out to him about it, and the kind of thing he'll want to make sure he irons out, assuming he faces Lau again. All right, looks like we're all set to get started here. It says something for this tournament that almost any set you saw here today could have been the grand finals of tomorrow. WHITEASHX, Freezer ZJZ just now, XIAOHAI. These are all matches that could easily headline any KOF 14 tournament anywhere. Man, ET, it's strange how you always kind of almost feel sorry for the guy every time you look at him, and then you realize he's a two-time EVO champion and the only EVO champion this game has ever known. It's just that sort of belovedly affable, down-to-earth manner that he always carries himself in, regardless of what he's doing. While we get through with our button checks. Yeah, I think we're sorting out some sound issues on XIAOHAI's side. Looking around this room, it's really nice to see the level of interest that KOF is carrying, or the NEOGEO station is receiving in general. I see a lot of people around the free play stations for all sorts of classic KOF and SNK titles in general. The game does carry a nice amount of historical significance to a lot of childhoods in this region, and it's really showing with the general age group of the people I'm seeing showing interest in what's going on right now. Really, I guess this was just a dream come true for a lot of us, for a NEOGEO World Tour to happen, for a KOF Tour to go on, and it's hopefully only going to keep getting better and better as it keeps going forward. Yeah, in the meantime, it still seems, I guess, that we're sorting out. There's an issue maybe with one of the headsets, and it's what's causing the holdup right now. But we'll keep you guys updated, and hopefully we'll be right back in there before long. Alright, so... Alright, so hopefully we'll get confirmation now on what's going on. Hopefully things are sorted.
Round one. Ready, go! Victory! Player 2 wins! Perfect game! 楽しかったわ。ありがとう。始めようか。Round 3. Ready, go!
So to kind of look back at some not too far off history, at EVO, ET, we mentioned he's the current reigning EVO champion. The second was actually ZJZ, and third was XIAOHAI. XIAOHAI didn't manage to get runner-up at this year's EVO. right, it seems ET is given the okay, and that should be good to go. All right. Going to the previous EVO 2017, the grand finals was between these two players, and of course they have met on several other occasions. All right, so XIAOHAI obviously with Iori, so Shune Najdi Iori versus Shune Leona Heidern for Blackwell's ET. And as we mentioned earlier, this set decides our final top 4 participant for tomorrow's final bracket, which will happen on the main stage of the Hong Kong Esports Festival. All right, here we go. Immediate early DP by ET to try to set the pace. Try to chase an escape there, did ET. This Shune neutral over here, each of them trying to completely suffocate the other space as much as possible. ET with the huge reads all over the place with those DPs. Very well done so far. He's had a pretty good success rate. Caught the roll. Knew that the guard gauge was going to cause a mistake from XIAOHAI's end, and ET quickly taking out XIAOHAI's Shune. Next up for XIAOHAI is Najdi, who he hasn't used in every single set he's played today. Got to wonder what the logic is for picking her versus not picking her. Either way, another big opportunity for ET to open up here. And another chance, this might be Nudge dead. It's gonna be close. Not quite, a thrower less away. Oh, the big wall bounce. There's a comeback time. It will be if he lands another hit. Guard cancel CD, not having any more of that. Almost put himself in landing punish distance to XIAOHAI. He was just a step off, and ET managed to take advantage of the situation. And that's XIAOHAI down to Iori now. But we've seen Iori comebacks all day from XIAOHAI. But he's still on ET's very first character here in Shune. Right, hard knockdown after that DP trade. ET's trying to play very cautious. Ooh, that jumping beat, just missing him. Opportunity, he took as much as he could have guaranteed there, and a big opportunity to put Iori almost close to death. And XIAOHAI with the most courageous decision he's gonna make, probably. I mean, but he was in a situation where he's like, either I just lose the match or I come back into it. He didn't really want to put too much more effort into a very difficult situation, at least not without more health to mess with. Still really rough over here with Heidern coming in. Trying to hop back over with the cross up, but still, XIAOHAI, never count him out. What's the mix-up? Right, immediate backdashes by ET, gets right out of there. Oh wow, that was very fortunate for XIAOHAI. He was placed just right to evade both projectiles, and all of a sudden, he's back. Just one more hit. He still has Leona to worry about if he gets past Heidern. These back rolls right now. He wanted to get in there before the projectile was out, didn't quite get there in time. And ET wins the first match in what started pretty dominantly with Shune, but almost wound up as another XIAOHAI Iori comeback. XIAOHAI's tournament hanging by a thread at this point. He's only one loss away from being eliminated before even making top 4. But considering the competition, it wouldn't be a shock. Alright, so we're starting with the same matchup we had earlier. ET again with absolutely excellent DP placement so far. Great cross up. Opportunity for a mix up. Goes for a throw. Shune's throw not the best on advantage, but it does give good corner push. And again, ET starting out so well. And we saw how valuable that start was in the first match. Opportunity for XIAOHAI's Shune at last. Can ET get out of this? Nice crouch C. But he went for jump CD. Jump D might have had a better horizontal hitbox to get him out of there. Either way, hop CD. XIAOHAI not banking on that one coming out of that timing, and that is XIAOHAI's Shune out of there. His net's getting backed up. Nice anti-air. And again with the knuckle to prevent any immediate hop-in attempts. Oh, that was dangerous. All right, great super there to get him back on a favorable corner positioning. This should do it if XIAOHAI doesn't drop it. There it goes. Level 3 dropkick into a Rekka juggle. And that's going to do a better situation than XIAOHAI was in the previous match. Oh, DP, punish time. Keeps his drop kicks for the corner positioning. Great anti-air, standing up and jabbing, very well done. And a big chance here for XIAOHAI to get some pretty good damage here on Hyder. Next mix-up can kill. Oh, double crouch A defensively. And ET is gonna build back some nice meter here. And go for the reset. Oh, the mix-up levels all over the place there by ET. Crossing over, going to the other side, going for the overhead, hitting low on the other side. Just absolutely fantastic play. But still, XIAOHAI's most dangerous character still waiting in the wings. Iori is here. But Iori's low hop is going to have some problems with Hyder's fireball for sure. Immediately came out with the DP. XIAOHAI losing out on his opportunity to punish. Oh, this should do it. That should be it for Hyder. Built a very nice and optimal amount of meter with that finisher right there. Very well done. Rather than just waiting and going for the DP instead. Down to Leona versus Iori. Oh, gets caught, but he was a little bit too high up. Punished with a throw on landing. All right, excellent anti-air. DT slowly gaining the corner, but a huge trade with the DP. XIAOHAI manages to get back in there. He's chasing, almost caught the tail end of that backdash. That could have been huge. The X earring being tossed out, and Leona cannot kill for most of her starters right now if she lands the hit, and that is something ET will know very well. Not the case for Iori. If he lands a hit right now, Leona is almost guaranteed to be dead. And that's a meter potentially wasted for ET. Big here for XIAOHAI. He was too far. He wanted to catch an escape with the C instead for a better combo starter, but all right, meter's basically out on both sides, just one on either side right now. Big chance. Is the optimal combo enough to kill? I don't believe it is. No, it's not. What's the mix up here by XIAOHAI? 2 meters. Goes for a throw, goes for the back throw there. Doesn't quite get the best positioning on that, but still. XIAOHAI just not biting on anything. Only 4 seconds left on the clock. And while XIAOHAI was banking on his guard meter staying alive just long enough, he was watching the clock the entire time. Knew the pressure would put on ET, set out that standing heavy kick, and ET ran in due time. That is game 2. The score is 1-1. And here it is, guys. Our last game of KOF 14 here today at the NEOGEO World Tour Global Finals. XIAOHAI versus ET. Winner makes top 4. And again with the DP, XIAOHAI keeps trying to jump after Knuckles, which is Definitely very, very risky for what ET has been doing. ET relentless pressure right now. Not quite enough. Oh my goodness, the timing on that jump against the anti-throw option select by XIAOHAI. Very, very well done by ET. Absolutely dominant fashion. Opens up with a perfect in this final game. All right, first Rekka lands. Super cancel to take him to the corner. Catches the roll. Opportunity for some damage here. And again, he's going to go for a cross-up here. Oh, that was almost it. But with that B happening, he might not have the best dropkick charge right now. Never mind, that should be enough. That should be enough. As long as he got up to level 2 at least. And XIAOHAI responds in turn with a perfect of his own. ET just gets underneath, no whiff punish on that Rekka. What could have been deadly for XIAOHAI ends up being a heavily fortunate situation for him as he gets the frame trap guess right. Oh, gets caught, and ET gonna convert some solid damage here. Excellent anti-air by XIAOHAI, great reaction after anticipating the hop properly. And Leona is dead. XIAOHAI on the verge again of making it past another set where it looked like he might lose. But still, it's still ET's Hydern left here. No overhead. No overhead again. Hydern's overhead, very scary to go for because of the sheer amount of lag on it if it doesn't hit. Back roll, caught. Huge drop kick. XIAOHAI not necessarily optimizing the drop kick combos, but he doesn't need to at this point. He just needs them to land. ET opting to go for just immediate projectile instead of going for any extra conversion there. And that might cost him. Stinger, guard cancel rolled through. Sweet punish on the Rekka. That is something Hydern has in this matchup. He can even punish with crouch B into max mode. Both in a one-touch kill situation. XIAOHAI is, of course, much more relevant. The X projectile. Oh, he just immediately crosses up on landing. XIAOHAI not blocking. Character-specific knowledge on new characters, not necessarily present for XIAOHAI right now. But when he comes to working with the classics, oh, is that it? Did he catch it? Is that it? Oh my goodness. You wanted a classic XIAOHAI finish, waiting for the hop, nailing it with a super.